we were having this very same conversation with Tiziano Brioni last week, yeah, he was able to take the victory then, taking the third race, taking it, wait, hang on, second place. I'm getting my cars mixed up here completely. Apologies for that. Because Euronics took the victory today. It was Laguna Seca and Suzuka where Musto took their victories. But a third place for Tiziano Brioni, as I finally get my bearings right here, for you guys. So just talk us through what happened in the first hour, Tiziano. Obviously you weren't driving, but Amato seemed to be struggling just a little bit. Not really quite as quick in the wet as you were in the dry. What would you say is your explanation for that? Were you going with a dry setup, or was Amato not comfortable in the car? What was really going on in the first hour?
Basically, we didn't do one lap into the wet in this track, and for Pierluca was the first lap in the wet of all time. Never do laps into the wet before this race, so I think that he did a really good job, considering that I gave to him some tips real time, because he was a little bit out of his environment, so I think that he did a really good work, apart from all, and I am so happy for his work. Maybe with one less spin we would be able to arrive in second position, but I think that third position with our rivals with a 0, I think that is a really good amount of points to go into the ring.
Yeah, it's of course that coming up in 2 weeks' time. How was it coming through the field? Because obviously Amato lost a few positions in the first hour, but you had to do a lot of the work coming back through the field, and it wasn't without its trials and tribulations. So how was the battling on this new Kyalami circuit, which I've never seen race before in a sim? So how was it for you trying to battle with all the cars?
Battling was so good. I did some really good overtakes, especially the last with Richar move, and the first one with Mo, I think, was good too, with a really late break on the hairpin of the second sector. And battling was so good, so much lines to overtake, not so hard to follow the car in front. I think that with a full slick race, with more rubber and more better tires, because were a little bit suffered a little bit of grain, so with better tires, I think that this track is really good for battling.
Yeah, it certainly seems so, and because it was in the second hour, we saw most of it, which was very good indeed. Now, you talked about the points a little bit earlier on. You now tie with Burst Esport. Obviously, you're still second because of the countback and whatever, but that doesn't really matter at this stage. You're level on points with Burst Esport, so how do you feel about that going into the final 4 races, and can you take the championship from here?
Yeah, now we are with the same points, I think, because they did a 0. So for now is to arrive basically at the last race with mindset that is think race for race, and without calculations, because I think that we are 5 races left, so this is the final rush, so we have to work hard, and we try to take the win of the championship, considering that there is a good prize pool, and we try to do all we can for arriving in first position at the end.
Yeah, of course, €1,500 on the line for the championship. And yeah, just one final question, as I like to ask to everybody. How are you feeling about the Nurburgring GP race in 2 weeks' time? Do you like the circuit? Are you feeling good about it, or are you dreading it a little bit?
Yeah, I think that is a good track for us, because I raced 2 times into this game in that track, so it's more confident than Kyalami, because I told that this track was new for me and doesn't fit to my driving style, so I think that third position is so good. In the ring, I am so confident. The only point that is a little bit danger is the last chicane, where you have to be so I don't remember the word, so no, I don't remember, but you have to be a little bit more slower, clever to avoid too much bump and maybe result in a spin. So I think that would be a good race for us.
Alright, well, we look forward to seeing it. See you in 2 weeks at Tiziano Brioni, and well done on P number 3 here in the Kyalami race.
Bye bye, guys.
There was Tiziano Brioni of the Musto team, of course, now tying the championship, as we have mentioned.